Okay, so can you give me a little bit of the history behind Mont, an Australian brand?
Yeah, absolutely. So it started about 25, 26 years ago. Andrew Montgomery started, so that's where the name Mont comes from. He started making sleeping bags, down jackets, really in the back of a garage for himself and his mates. Then had retailers ask for them as well. So it sort of grew naturally. So Mont's history is in very much in down, or the heritage is in down clothing, down sleeping bags, and it's kind of grown organically since then.
And it's got a bit of an Australian focus, so it's probably one of the few companies you would say that focuses on Australian conditions.
Yeah, we do try and make it for Australian conditions. So classic is, say, our 3/4 length rain jackets.
Right.
Perfect for Australian conditions where, you get a lot of scrub and damp long grass and so on. You want a long jacket. Compared with, say, Europe or America, where traditionally a lot of people wear the shorter rain jackets. Tough floors on tents, same thing. No lightweight floors. We always make good tough floors in our tents. So.
Okay, and on most of your products, you've got a tag with a quite a nice quote. Can you tell me a little bit about where that quote came from and the guy behind it?
It's on all of our swing tags on our products. So the guy's name is John Ruskin. He was a philosopher and environmentalist from the 19th century.
Okay.
And he that's a quote that we've borrowed off him, and it's just a design philosophy that goes into our products. So we do try to source really high quality materials to suit the products that they're being used for, so that they're going to last. It's a challenge for us because those take some of our membranes, or even in raincoats, or for that matter on our sleeping bags. They're the very best membranes and so on that you can get, but it's difficult to see that without really knowing what you're necessarily looking at, when a cheaper brand for all purposes looks more or less the same, but until you actually get a good close look at it and know what you're looking at, then so we try and source good products, good fabrics and fills that are going to last, and that's our philosophy. So we're at the high end of the market rather than at the kind of general end of it.
Okay, and you talk about the different technologies. Now, obviously, the outdoors market is awash with all various technologies, both claimed and actual. What are some of the things you guys are bringing out in the next sort of 6 months or so? You've got a down jacket over here. Can you tell me a bit about that one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so light down jackets have they've really stepped up a level in the last few years into some neat quilting and so on. Now, when we came out with this jacket, we wanted to make an ultralight jacket that was functional for outdoors. So this is a jacket that I might throw in the bottom of my pack if I'm going out on a climb or on a mountain somewhere. If it gets cold, it'll be beautiful, put it on, wear it. If you don't need it, it'll sit in the bottom of the pack, you won't even know it's there, it's so light. On the other hand, it's also a jacket that we think looks really smart around town too.
And do you find a lot of that where people are expecting, because let's say they are paying a premium because of the technology's there and the quality of the product's there, the longevity of it, but because of that they also want to wear it around town, as you say, so you've got to design with that in mind to get the performance as well as the fashion.
Yeah, I mean that's where it's moving towards, and that's a change I've seen in the last 10 years is from companies like ours that have made functional gear for the outdoors. Now it's got to be functional and look really great too. So a lot of these old quilted jackets have really fancy kind of quilting on them. We didn't want to quite go down that track. We still want a classical look that's contemporary. It's not going to date in a couple of years. So just moving or down the track, what you'll see from us in the next 6 months, we'll have a winter release for 2010 that we're going to show retailers in the next 6 months or so. So products that you'll see coming out are some new fleece. For us, fleece has gone through a little bit of a change. Fleece has been around for so long that it's not as popular as it used to be, and there's some new innovations come along. Soft shell's taken away a little bit of the fleece market, and so for us, we're having to reinvent our fleece range a little bit. So that's what you'll see from us: some recycled fleece and some different stylings and stuff.
Just on that, between the fleece and the soft shell, you say the soft shell's taken away a little bit from the fleece market.
Yeah.
Talk me through the differences between those two products and when you would be wearing fleece as opposed to wearing a soft shell.
Yeah, sure. So you've got a soft shell on here. A soft shell is one of the, it's really one of the only new products that's come on the market that's actually anything really different in the last 10 years. Soft shell is kind of, it's trying to be everything without being anything in particular. So it's not a warm piece of fleece or a warm jacket like a fleece. It's not trying to be a raincoat like a hard shell, but at the same time it can be a little bit warm. It can be a little bit waterproof or water resistant. But it's really made to be active in. So skiers, for example, the Meteor jacket, which is our high-end soft shell, which uses a material called Scholler from Switzerland. It's used by ski patrollers on Mount Hotham, and Perisher use some of them as well. So it's made to be active in. So if you're moving, it's very breathable. If you have light rain or snow, then it sheds that really well. And it looks smart, and it's not going to get old and ratty like a fleece. So
is that the thing with fleece? Is it that they don't breathe as well? Or?
Oh no, look, fleece breathes, but it's essentially a piece of warm wear. So it doesn't have the water resistant properties that you get in a soft shell, and really it's not made to be active in, it's made to be warm in. So because soft shell is such a new piece, it looks smart around town. To me, fleece, okay, you still know that you're wearing a fleece.
A little bit 1992.
Exactly. Exactly. It's 2000 and what is it? Aside from recycled fleece, some changes to our alpine shell wear. We've got a whole new range of day packs. There'll be some changes to sleeping bags as well. So for us, we just make changes to the market as we need.
How much are you allowed out of the office to go and test all your gear? I mean,
exactly.
it's got to be pretty important for you guys to be out in the field with this sort of stuff. What is that design process? In a brief sense.
I do a lot of canyoning, climbing, mountaineering, bushwalking. That's my background. So really, we are people that just get out and use the gear. We don't have a full-time team of gear testers. Imagine that for a job. There we go. Or full-time designers or R&D teams. So we really need feedback from stores, and we also do sponsor people. So we sponsored a local Canberra guy, Chris Warner, who went to climb K2 this year. We sponsored a woman from Bendigo, Linda Belhaas, who crossed the Greenland ice cap last year, 40 days on skis in the winter. They were 6 days in, their tent broke, and they were that close to turning around. But she used one of our sleeping bags and came back and just raved about it.
Great. Maybe you need to give her a tent next time as well.
Yeah, exactly. Something went wrong. There's a ski patroller that we sponsor as well. So these people give us very valuable feedback, and that all goes into the design and testing. These people, as much as getting feedback from our tents, we really just want to help him out and support him because he's getting out there and doing something wild.